Um, chat. So there was a small hiccup with electricity. Shit. Hmm. Am I using the right mic? Okay. So there was a small hiccup with the electricity, and you know, stream died along with the game. So I'm just trying to get back in and see where I lost. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. I just live in Asia where it just have fucking blackouts out of nowhere. Or like a split second of a blackout, you know? Just Let's just see where it's saved. Because if I have to redo everything, continue where I left off. Please tell me where I left off.
Hey, Chai. You're deep in enemy territories. Yeah, because you're like...
We all need...
Chai, you may be... Just, you know.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
I hope you rested up. I am afraid... Well, sooner... Surprisingly... I hope you rested up. I am afraid... Well, surprised...
Please tell me.
Let me awkwardly resume my...
Let me awkwardly resume my adventure. Okay, yeah. A little nod there.
Okay, plan time. How am I getting that password?
You're still thinking?
Okay,
Think better? We're running out of time.
Well, I don't see you contributing.
Miss Peppermint, please don't...
I mean, I guess that's not
Mr.
that
Jai by
bad.
implying that he is the brains behind the mission?
Exactly. Wait,
Oh, Peppermint. Korsica's in her office, right? See if you can mirror her screen, and we can catch her using her password.
better than nothing. Try that.
Okay, good. Okay, there we go. The stream died like 2 times already, but that means like the bot is divided by 3, and that annoys me very much so. If you guys don't know. Alright. It's not fine. It's not okay. I fell down. Upstairs, please. Back in Denise? Yeah, I've been here for a bit. I wanna get that chip because I'd prefer. We didn't lose much progress, not that I know of. Not that I remember, to be precise. Okay, I fell again. That's stupid. Stop falling. Silly. being silly right now. No, I think I'll just finish this game over the weekends maybe, or just record. I don't know, either or. So you guys can still see me play, or not, I don't know. I guess I'm still gonna play this game on stream.
Check out that dude over there. One of the old models sent over barely knows what he's doing.
That new model robot keeps yelling at me to keep working, but it keeps giving me its work to do.
Interesting. Suspicious door. Normally I would say I have a bad feeling about the door, but you know.
Another weird.
Interesting. I'll look into it.
How are you supposed to get up in there? I'm actually curious. There's gotta be a way, right? I think I'll save up money still. I'm curious now. I need to know. I mean, there's no sign of ways to get up there. At least not that I can see. So we are not gonna do that. We are definitely not gonna do that. Give me a second.
Try this out.
I need to tab out. Apparently, I have this on. I have my browser on. Of course. This is Corsica's. We're not even at Corsica's place yet.
Come on.
Dude, that stupid fight. Okay, chat, there we go.
Into my computer.
Hmm.
The head of security.
Wow.
Busted.
You broke my concentration. So how about I break you?
Break me. Oh, no. Really?
Try this out.
Light 'em up.
Oh, it's one of these. Oh, wow, that went way smoothly than I thought. That went really well. Okay.
Way to blow it, Peppermint.
Mr. Jai, we all make mistakes, especially you.
Especially
Mirroring
you.
worked, but only for a minute.
But get this, Chai. She was looking at Spectra files. The stuff about mind control.
She must have forced her way in there.
So she really wants to know the truth.
Smooth, and yeah, it was actually pretty smooth. Considering the amount of times I failed before. Okay, let's talk to Korshka.
Okay.
Or not.
Same thing as left.
All right, I'm putting a stop to this.
That's not bad.
Let me know when you decide to give up.
Great, fantastic. Can we get any more lasers?
She's
I'm
panicking.
tired.
I'm panicking. We don't have a plan.
Just give us a second.
I'm tired. Dude, just give me a break, bro. Alright, let's get this over with. I know we're so close. I can feel it. Oh, boy. How much does that hurt? Okay, I guess I'm not fast enough. What the fuck?
Try this out. Need help?
I did it, chat. Hey, again. Wonderful.
What if we trick her?
Why the negative angle? What about trying to reason with her?
The woman who's trying to kill me with lasers?
Well, I got a good feeling. How about that?
I sense that Mr. Jai does not share this uncalculatable good feeling.
What does that mean? Oh.
Trying to take a nap. These things won't quit. This is a break room, guys.
Don't worry, I got you, buddy.
This shift blows.
I got you, buddy. Yeah, they're not here any longer. See, you can nap. Aw, look at him. It was for the greater good. I had to.
Here we go.
Come on.
To all employees suffering from power outages, please wait. Power will not return until excessive laser usage is finished.
think I'd fall off the edge from here. Yep, I can. That's good to know. Where am I? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Is there somewhere else? Oh. Am I supposed to go up here? I think so. What's over here? I need to know. Alright. New title like Peanut commits work. Dude, no. Oh hey, there's more stuff over there. I mean, not a lot. Alright, and now I'm just gonna wait for it to go down. For robot, well, sometimes you have to sacrifice many for the enjoyment of one. You know, won't you sacrifice a lot for the people that you care about? Alright, let's get this flying fast. Okay, there we go. Makes headlines for sure. Well, I suppose that is true. But people are just gonna question what the fuck are sucky bots. Why do I say sucky bots? Ow. Whatever. I'm just gonna tank them a little bit. Well, oh well.
Enough games. Wall 'em in.
What do you mean while I'm in?
Oh
hello.
dear, what a bind.
Unfortunate for you, buddy. Quite a situation you are in. Alright. It's funny? No.
Fix the nodes. Then I gotta fix a coffee machine. Never ends, man.
Fix a coffee machine. Oh. Got it working again. Notice, please be aware of the floor buttons. Okay. I'm not risking it. I'm too lazy.
Peppermint, next time you say go up, please include a note about distance.
I was afraid of your famous shortcuts, so I kept it simple.
Oh, hey! Graffiti added. Let's go. Ah, and there's a chip over here too. Going? boom, dum, 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 dum. Go up. 3, 2, 1. Freaking boom.
Looks like that's her office. Man, what a commute.
Hey. All right, buddy. Let's upgrade that first, actually. Because right now, in a bit of a pickle with all of the attacks I've been getting. Okay, this is definitely a fighting arena.
Compliment! Your turn!
Let's go!
Here we go!
Light 'em up!
I can't fucking see.
Compliment! Come on!
Come on!
Compliment! Your turn!
Help?
Okay.
Whoop! Let's go!
Aw, that's adorable. Aw, I hate this.
Ready for this?
Compliment! Your turn!
Come on!
Compliment!
Go get it, Shy!
Push it up!
Don't
Looking good! Here we go!
try this out!
Compliment!
Come on!
Turn, compliment!
Can't fucking see, bro.
Push it up!
Go get it, Shy!
Here we go!
Try this out! Come on!
Oh my fucking god, please.
Let's go!
Turn, compliment!
Go get it, Shy!
Did that hit?
Try this out!
Yeah!
Okay. Okay. Oh my god, wow. Help him step me up. What the fuck? What about stepping up? Oh no, you guys, come on. And small little gears.
Do not disturb. Sounds definitive.
She locked the doors, but I can still access these. Heard you like air ducts. Go get dirty.
Yes. Alright.
Okay, last chance. What am I doing?
So you're gonna have to wing it and talk to her.
Remember the last time I tried to talk it out? Didn't end well.
Your demeanor is pragmatic, provided you do not escalate.
Talk to her calmly, state the facts.
My specialty. And if things escalate,
Then bring her back here somehow? But please be nice about it.
I will try my best. No, unlike Chai, will try and talk to her, you know? Oh.
oh man, she's right there. On her computer. And she's still looking at Spectra files.
Okay, that's good. She wants to know more. She'll listen to us.
Will she?
I'm like a chameleon,
You are not.
Mr. Chai, are you listening? Waiting to strike.
Now this is important. All you need is to subtly...
Really? Obviously.
What the?
This isn't what it looks like.
Enough!
Oh my god, look at that art.
So what does it look like?
That I just want to talk?
I think all my defenses did my talking for me.
All I heard was a lot of meh. Mr. Chai, do not escalate.
You are such an idiot.
Oh, this is bad.
I take pride in my work. You're not slipping away this time.
Really?
Guys, pretty sure she wants to kill me.
Try to talk her down.
We saw you spying those Spectra files, so you know I wasn't lying.
Assessing the problem is my job. I don't need you to tell me.
Well, apparently I do, since you aren't getting it.
Don't belittle me.
Chai, don't attack her. Protect yourself.
Okay.
Just chill, Corsica.
You broke into my office. You destroyed my security.
To peacefully resolve this.
Wow. Do you even listen to what you say?
So, let's put down the sticks.
Not
Uh-huh.
a chance.
Okay, there we go.
Peppermint, your plan blows.
Hey!
But I got a better idea. Let's get her really mad.
I don't think you should do it.
Coming and wear her down.
Oh.
Chai, you're a genius.
Whoa now. Let's calm down.
Stop chatting. Put your guitar where your mouth is.
Okay, okay. It's a showdown. Ooh.
You think you can strong-arm me?
Hey, you chose to fight. Wait, you like puns too?
What? No. Whatever. Let's see how you handle this.
Oh. Oh.
What the?
Caught you off guard.
Okay, scratch parrying everything.
Yeah, that didn't work. Plus, she's totally lying about hating puns.
Just get out of the way, but don't give up.
What am I supposed to do? Dodge it? Dodge it how? In face of, some attacks cannot be parried and must be dodged. Looks like some symbol. No, they must be known.
I felt a breeze just now. Was that you?
I'll make sure you stay down this time.
Chat, I don't know how I'm gonna do well.
Way to go, Chai.
Okay, I did it.
I could rock this beat all day. You look like you're sweating.
Impressive. Mr. Jai really is good at aggravating others.
This was known, Cinnamon. This.
It's only a matter of time.
Oh god, I'm slipping. She's right.
Be strong, little guy.
Okay, come on, focus. Got it. Ooh,
Doing great.
thank you.
Not a floating cat. Ugh, nothing about you even makes sense.
You're right, but it will make sense once you listen to us, obviously.
Admit it. You're enjoying this.
You cocky loser!
It's true, he's a loser. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Do you see that, Chad? I'm so good at it.
I worked hard for this job. I won't just give it up.
What are you doing this for? Kale?
What does it matter?
He doesn't care about you. Otherwise, he wouldn't have kept you in the dark.
You don't know that.
I know you're not like the others, Corsica. You can feel something's wrong.
Chai, you are surprisingly convincing.
De-escalating. I think we may have a chance.
Or are you just too oblivious to figure that
Of
out?
course.
Come
Of
on!
course.
That's it. Now I'm mad.
In your own words, you really blew it, Mr. Jai.
Wait, what does oblivious mean?
Enough distractions. Fight's over here, Chai.
Dude, he's so fucking dumb. Come on. We could have ended this. Dude, this game really wants me to parry,
Get up,
huh?
little guy.
It's getting late. I'm supposed to be back at the hideout by dinner time.
You are so annoying.
Oh,
You're almost there, Chai.
yeah, I know.
Don't give up.
Oh my god. Oh, I wasn't looking for a second. Oh, I did it. I actually did it. Ooh.
Sorry.
Come on, buddy. Okay, to be fair, it was my fault that I missed.
Escape plan, now!
Cinnamon, give me the building schematics.
Right here.
This took me a lot, and I also missed Corsica. Ah.
A private elevator.
I mean, like, some of, like, I can go on beat, but sometimes some of them are a bit harder than the others. Did he just really put her face? Oh my god, please be
Personal
careful.
lift. I'll reroute it to the hideout.
Oh my god, that's so comedic.
Whew.
Parrying just gives me a lot of trouble. Yeah.
Everything works out in the end.
I mean, I can see that. Oh.
You were right about Spectra, but I'll handle it my own way.
We don't have to fight. You can help us.
Oh, Corsica. You're just not good at your job.
Oh.
Hell?
Bypassing my security to access secret Spectra files. Big no-no.
Why would you hide the truth from me?
I need people trusting my vision. You failed that test.
What?
I won't let you build an army of mindless Vandalay soldiers.
What are you talking about? That's not my plan.
Just drop it, Kale. We're coming after you.
Actually, it's funny because, see, I'm coming after you. Literally.
Huh? What do you mean by that, Kale? Can we not have any more
You never
fights?
understand the potential of Spectra.
Oh. Oh.
What's the end game?
I'm securing our future. Please, even you can figure that out.
By controlling the consumers.
It's not control, I'm freeing them.
That's not how I see it.
I don't need to explain myself to a defect. All you do is hit things with a guitar.
Okay.
But I'm really good at it.
He is really good at
I'm
it.
over this. You're not getting in my way any longer, kid.
Forget the password, Chai. Get out of there.
What? No! Not after all this!
Oh, and for you, Corsica, you're fired.
Corsica, watch out!
Chai!
No, what's gonna happen?
Fired? Oh, no, should have used the flamethrower. Better well, there's always next time.
I'll get it fired. Flamethrower. Okay, thankfully we don't have to fight that, but I'm assuming we have to later. Look, guys, I got rank A. Oh my god, please tell me we're back at the hideout.
Milady?
Yes.
Lady Corsica? Can you hear me?
Your wound was really bad. We didn't have a choice.
Luckily, Miss Peppermint and Sir Macaron are familiar with robotic implants. And with my steady hand...
You saved my life.
Well, keeping you alive was essential to our plan.
Sorry. That's Chai speak for we need your help.
That's some boss you've got there.
Former boss. I joined his company because I believed it was the only one doing things right. And I read those files on Spectra. I've been such an idiot!
Hate to say I told you so.
Chai!
A team is stronger with a common goal.
And like we said, another hand would help.
Idiot.
Come on. Why don't we tell you everything we know?
Ooh, it's getting dark in here.
All of that, right under my nose.
Kale manipulates. It's what he does. And now he plans to do that with Spectra.
Spectra is almost a manifestation of his personality.
Ah.
He used me and then tried to kill me. I won't let him get away with it.
So, you're in?
Oh, I'm in. And I think I know what to do next.
Really?
Chai, you got a second before we head out?
Yes, I do. It's actually
Glad you
perfect.
didn't perish, Mr. Chai.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Look down.
Despite the fact you have no expression, I get the vibe you're feeling a bit down.
How about this?
So you are bummed?
I saw all your terrible decisions take place in real time, but there was nothing I could do to help.
You help by doing stuff.
I was not designed to fight, but I hope to be able to be more than a spectator.
At this
Aw.
point, anything you do is helpful.
Perhaps a time will come where I can feel more like you, Mr. Chai.
Maybe one day. Cinnamon.
I must ask, did you not find it suspicious how intricately designed the robot was? The one Kale used to attack you?
Aren't all robots like that?
No.
Well, it looked like you were actually going to fight it. But then, you didn't.
What are you implying, Cinnamon?
I just feel bad for the designer of that robot. They must have put a lot of love into creating it. Something clearly intended to fight you. Oh, what an interesting set piece that would have been.
Interesting. Alright. Can we get all the rewards? Oh, look at that. I'm assuming if we... Oh, I see it coming together now. Alright. I don't know if I can achieve them all, but we'll see.
To talk?
So, Chai, I wanted to apologize for not listening. I was so caught up I couldn't see it.
Wow. Not used to compliments.
You may not be slick, but you get it done. I think everyone else is a bit embarrassed to say it.
Well,
Ow.
maybe that'll change someday. But how about now we tie up these loose ends?
Let's not.
So now that you're here, why Vandalay? Why side with the bad guys?
You know as well as I do, they didn't seem like the bad guys. When I was growing up, my home was the site of a major ecological disaster.
Oh?
Roxanne Vandalay led the environmental cleanup and helped everyone in my city start again. She changed my life. She inspired me. Working here was all I ever wanted.
And now, not quite what you expected.
I had my doubts after first meeting with Kale, but I thought that's just how things were done. Now I know that's not the case. This isn't the company I idolized growing up.
Hey, I met my favorite band once, and they totally blew me off, so I know how you feel.
You know what they say,
It's
never
a
meet your
little
hero.
bit different here. But sure, Chai.
He's trying, you know, he's trying to relate and
So how
understand.
did this whole Spectra thing and Project Armstrong get past you?
Project Armstrong was in motion way before I joined, so I guess I took everything for granted. The rollout, the invitations, no idea how those were handed out.
So you can't deny they only selected the coolest people for the program.
Okay,
I
debatable.
don't think coolness was a factor. I mean, you know what your arm is for, right?
Let's not talk about that.
What I can say, what you're doing with it, that was not planned. Which means it's something Kale can't calculate and use against us. It's our Trojan horse.
Trojan
I'll
horse.
pretend I understood that reference.
I will also pretend I understood that reference. Okay. Oh, tablet. I'm assuming this is all of the notes that we found around the maps. I did not find all
How
the
you
notes.
holding up?
Fuck.
Well, despite some bumps, we're back on track.
Chai, I'm not kidding. Even for you, that was too risky.
Hey, that's what I do.
I know, but everyone here thought you...
Vandalay can't see all the tricks up my sleeves.
Well, considering we found you unconscious as well, I assume half your tricks consist of luck.
My secret weapon.
Look,
Your
just
secret
at least
weapon.
try to be a bit more careful next time. Please?
Aw, she cares. That's cute. Next is just where I stopped at, as in the one you're on now. You might say he's changing to help. Oh, nice fun.
So, what are your thoughts on Corsica? Think we can really trust her?
I was skeptical at first, but yeah, I think we can. The data doesn't lie. She saw the Spectra files, not to mention Kale almost killed her.
You don't think she's like a spy or something?
What?
No.
We literally had to bring her back to life. I don't see how that works out.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, let's see what her plan is. Who knows? Maybe it's better than yours.
Always glad to have these talks, Chai. Really invigorating.
One moment she's worried and the other she's just like annoyed. Oh, the torch. Oh, that horse. Okay. Nah, you don't have to.
I hope no one brings up how we all got back to the hideout. Explaining that would be awkward.
Same daily.
I bet everyone was worried about us, huh?
Yes, they were. Chai. Okay. I think I can save here then.
You know what? I should procrastinate more.
That is me. That is so me. Alright, guys. I think that's about it today. I don't think I plan to do anything more for today. Yeah. Great way to end. In a sense, yeah. I don't think there's anyone I want to raid. Anyone that I know of that you, Ray. Great stream, thank you. Sorry about all the hiccups that happened mid-stream, guys. But you know, it just kind of happens sometimes. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, glad you guys are enjoying the stream. I might stream. I don't know. I don't know about tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. No stream because I don't. If there might be no stream, or I might just, you know, do an art stream, like. But no guarantee because I'm gonna be home late. Not late, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, where is ending soon? Yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Not gonna wait anyone for now. So, wait, hold on. The Twitch chat is not showing up. That's interesting. I wonder why. I think I have to check that out later. Alright. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time when I stream. Yeah, not tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. Bye bye, guys.